Hello and welcome to episode 39 of the episode 49 of the FastHeartMart podcast. I am your host, FastHeartMart. If you want to know why I'm called FastHeartMart, just look it up. And episode 49 is called The Time I Almost Bought a House in Joshua Tree, California. I'll be telling a story about that. First, I'm going to start with a song of mine called Not Gold. Well, my name is not gold, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I'm from, but my name is not gold, and I keep blowing in the breeze, I keep blowing in the breeze. Well, my van's in need of repair, if I'm ever going to get there, 'cause the West is truly the best, and my van's in need of repair. I keep blowing in the breeze, I keep blowing in the breeze, I keep blowing, I keep blowing, I keep blowing, I keep blowing in the breeze. I travel alone, you can't scare me. This modern life you can't take seriously. Apathy's my worst enemy. I travel alone, you can't scare me. I'll be a butterfly very soon, but for now I'm in a cocoon, while I'm trying to set off the blues. I'll be a butterfly very soon, and I keep blowing in the breeze, I keep blowing in the breeze, I keep blowing, I keep blowing, I keep blowing, I keep blowing in the breeze. I travel alone, you can't scare me. Modern life you can't take seriously. Apathy's my worst enemy. I travel alone, you can't scare me. Apathy's my worst enemy. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in on there. Looks like Dylan's here and Dennis Driscoll. So thanks for coming out today, y'all. I wasn't sure. What's up, Fast Heart? It's Dylan. Is it Dylan? My nephew Dylan? Which Dylan is that? I know a lot of Dylans these days. My nephew just had a birthday the other day and I called him. I think he was camping. But speaking of camping, we had a skunk die outside of my house here, outside my apartment just recently, and it smells like skunk all the time. It died and it got crushed by something, which is really terrible, which is sad. But I think when it got crushed, it just like must have let go of all of its smell, and just it's been pervading my house for 2 days, and it just makes you a little bit like on a certain type of way. So if I see him a little more off than usual, I'm always off, but if I'm a little more than usual, that's why the skunk exploded. Seth is in here. What's up? Dylan from Durango. What's up, guys? Dylan's Seth's son from Durango. It's so cool. This thing's so cool to do this, to go live. I have, J Van usually tunes in every week, but she's not tuning in anymore. She said she has to go to sleep early now. So I was like not sure who was going to tune in. And looks like my mom and Michelle, my sister, are there. And it looks like some people are here. So I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks a lot. Go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And send some money. Venmo or PayPal or whatever. Anyway, this is episode 49. The time I almost bought a house in Joshua Tree, California. First, I wanted to say a little bit about that song I just played. That song's called Not Gold. It's off of a record of mine called Awkward Quan, which I played with my nephew, actually, my nephew Travis. He played guitar and sang backing vocals on that record, and it's a really good record. If you haven't listened to my record called Awkward Quan, check it out. It's like, if I do say, it's about 12 years old now, but I've had so much perspective on it. It's a really strong record, and that song, Not Gold, is from there. And what makes it kind of cool is you don't hear a lot of folk songs, a lot of, especially banjos, that are going to the fifth. It's called a flat fifth. So this would be your fifth, which is the D, which is, in this case, it's actually not. I'm in open E. But we'll just say this would be a B. But the flat fifth, that's more like a heavy metal or like death metal kind of stuff or thrash. But I was pretty proud of myself for using that. And the flat fifth is like a secret recipe for a lot of weird discordant. If you use it in the right place, it could sound great. If you use it in the wrong place, it sounds terrible and discordant. So that's what happened there on that song, Not Gold. Anyway, let's see. Let me look at my notes here. Yes, I am wearing sunglasses again today. This is my look, I'm getting some other sunglasses that are not as dark, I think, but this is kind of how I always play. When I play out, I wear my sunglasses. They're prescription, so, and also the lights in here are pretty bright. I have very sensitive eyes and sleep issues, and I think it's just better for me to wear sunglasses as much as possible. So that's what I'm doing. But I was playing at a senior center. I was playing at a senior center the other day. And I heard this old guy behind me. I was wearing my sunglasses when I was playing there. And he's all right. He's a cool old guy. But I heard him whispering to somebody else. He's like, nobody needs sunglasses. Sunglasses are just for, looks or whatever. If we needed sunglasses, we'd be born with them on, And so I turned around to see who this was. He was talking trash about me. And it was this old guy with his hat on. And like all these fancy clothes and stuff, and I could have said to him, I could have been like, said the guy in the hat, and all that stuff, but I didn't. We all have unnecessary things on. Our clothes are unnecessary, really, aren't they? So anyway, you could judge the sunglasses or not, but I've got some other sunglasses that are coming in that would be more appropriate, I think. These are pretty dark ones, but looks like my mom's here. That's cool. And my mom had a dream about a skunk last night. That's so weird. Skunks are, I don't know, man. I think they're impervious to any kind of, I think they're just like invincible. Like any kind of prey is probably just like, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna kill that thing. I'm gonna smell terrible. Nobody wants to smell terrible, even coyotes. So they're everywhere out here in San Diego, and I know most of the western towns I've ever lived in, there's a lot of skunk problems. I think they just do really well. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm not here to talk about skunks. Seth said, your future is so bright, you gotta wear shades. That's right, Seth. Dude, I made a vision board just recently, too. I'm gonna talk about that later. I'm stoked, man. I'm back on the vision board train. It's been like 10 years, but I had to do it. I had to get the vision board back out and start dreaming again. I realized I'd stopped dreaming and stopped believing. So, not really, but a little bit. And I need to get back on at like full on 100%. So, yeah. So this one time, I was out in, what's that? Oh, so never mind. All right. Anyway, when I came out to San Diego, my two big dreams in life one was to own a home in the Southern California desert. It was on my vision board. And the other was to find a partner, a woman, in life. Those were my two like big ones that and then my health is always the priority on my vision boards, and my health has been really good. I've had a couple issues over the years, but for the most part my health has been really good. And I talked a lot about the woman thing the last 3 episodes. I'm gonna try my best not to talk about that on this one, because I'm bored of talking about it, and I'm sure everybody else is probably sick of hearing about my sordid life with women. So I'm gonna talk about a house dream that I had, and oh man, I was gonna make a slide showing you exactly what I was thinking of, and I wish I would have done that, but I forgot to. I wonder if I could still do it. I think I can. Let me try to add this. It's a slide showing. It's a trailer in the middle of the Joshua Tree Desert. Looks like I've gone blank on that screen. So let me just add this image. I think I put it. Trailer. Dude, this is so unprofessional. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to figure this. I know I just had this just today, I think it was. Yeah, I know where it is. It's going to come up momentarily. Give me 1 second, y'all. If you're just listening, just imagine I'm searching through my files for this one particular photo. That's an amazing photo of a trailer in the desert with a campfire. Check this out. Yeah, I did it. And then I guess I need to put myself in there too. There it is. And then I'm going to add me back in somehow. Let's see. Media sort. No. Video capture device. Okay. I should be back on. I'm too big now. Watch this. I'm getting so good at this software, y'all. Whoops. Just spoke too soon, I guess. But yeah, so what I'm doing here, if you're just listening, I'm putting in a photo of Joshua Tree. You can see a Joshua Tree with a campfire and a Airstream trailer. It's a really ideal situation for a lot of people like myself who are kind of minimalist minded. And there it is. All right, so that was my dream. I actually had that on my vision board, and I wanted to manifest that. So the year was 2015. I had been out here in San Diego for 2 years. I'd been here since 2013, and this was 2015. This was the time before Donald Trump became president and completely drove everybody into division mode. It was a great time. It was really we had no idea how great of a time it was until 2020 when we looked back on 2015 and thought, oh my gosh, we had no idea. We were all so innocent then, and we weren't fighting and stuff. And yeah, so the year is 2015, and I had this on my vision board, this trailer and this property out in the desert in Joshua Tree, and I go out there and visit quite often. I haven't lately, but since after all this happened, I'll tell you what happened. But so I thought to myself, I'd been working at a job. I was working at a yoga studio when I came out to San Diego, because I know when you start over in a new town, it's not the wisest thing to try to go full-time music like right away. So I was working at a yoga studio for my friend, and it was a great job. I worked full-time as a video editor for them. And I was looking on Zillow, right? Or Zello? Trello? I think it's Zillow. I looked on Zello at some properties, and there were some properties available in Joshua Tree for at this time, this was 2015. There was properties out there available for $60,000. And I thought, well, I mean, if I could get a loan for that, I could pay for that. So I applied for a home loan out there in the Joshua Tree area, and I was approved up to $85,000 for a home loan. And this was 2015, because I had a stable job for 2 years, which they love at that time. They don't love it when you're a self-employed musician, and they just don't. They get kind of weird, and even though you show your tax returns from blah, 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 they still are like, well, you're not showing enough income. But when you have a job working for somebody else, for some reason, they love it. So I was approved for a home loan for $85,000. And so I was stoked. I went out there and I was looking at all these properties. I had a real estate agent out there, And I looked around and I found this place. It was 69,000. It was actually in Yucca Valley, which is a town just right over from Joshua Tree. And I should have just bought that house for 69,000. But my realtor said to me, there's another place in Joshua Tree that just opened up. It's a 3-bedroom. It's in Joshua Tree for 85,000, which is exactly what you're approved for. And he said, but the one catch is it's a short sale. So the bank has to decide when they're going to sell it and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I was thinking maybe I should just go for this $69,000 house, even though it's not in Joshua Tree. It's right close to Joshua Tree. But I listened to the realtor, and I got approved for the home loan in August of 2015. This went on for 6 months. I was waiting for this short sale to go through on this house in Joshua Tree with 3 bedrooms. And in the meantime, these other houses had come up. They were cheap and affordable as well. And I kept passing them up because I thought, I'm going to go big. I'm going really big on this. And I was dating a girl at the time. I just remember we were not doing great. We weren't doing great, but I really liked her, and she really liked me too, but she wasn't sure she wanted to move to Joshua Tree. And I was just like, whoa, then, I got kind of confused, and I was planning a trip to Europe for the first time. I was playing in Germany for the first time. I knew I was going to be there for at least a month, and it ended up being 2 months. And I told my real estate agent, by June, this has to all be done because I'm going to Europe. I'm going to Europe for 2 months in June. I'm playing music over there, and I can't be dilly-dallying with this real estate deal. Well, that situation kept going. The short sale never happened. That's basically what it came down to. When I left for Europe, the short sale still hadn't finished. I was in escrow for the short sale, but it hadn't finished, and I thought, what am I going to do? I've got to go to Europe, or I can stay here and cancel the European tour and wait for this house to come through and focus on my girlfriend. It was like all these things going on. This was 2016. This was the summer before Trump was elected. And you know how I feel about Trump. I'm cool with Trump to a certain degree. I'm kind of indifferent about Trump. I always have kind of been, but there's been times when I was excited about him, and then there's times when I don't like him at all. But, for the most part, I'm kind of indifferent about Trump. And the only reason I say this is because everything was getting ready to change that year in 2016. And here I was with this girlfriend, and I couldn't figure out what we were doing. I couldn't figure out what to do with this house, and I couldn't figure out whether I should go on this trip to Europe or not. So I ended up going on a trip to Europe, and when I was in Europe, of course, on my way back after 2 months, the loan agent called and said, hey, looks like your deal is going through, your house deal is going through. We need you to come in and sign these papers. And I was like, I'm in Europe. I've been in Europe for 2 months. I'm on my way home, and she's like, oh, okay, well, we'll have you sign them online or whatever. And I get the papers signed and stuff online, and then she's like, we need to check you for we have to reapprove you for the home loan because it's been so long. It's been almost a year. And I hadn't been working at the job for 2 months. I've been in Europe for 2 months. I've been making money over there, playing music and stuff, but that's not the same for a home loan agent. She doesn't want to see that. She wants to see that you're still working at your stable job. And to further complicate the situation, my job didn't think I was coming back because they weren't sure how I was going to, come back, if not, or at all. So they had phased out my position, and they couldn't hire me back. And there went everything. I lost the home loan. I had lost, my cousin had died. That was when my cousin had died that same month. My relationship with the girl went south. Everything just it's starting to sound like this is a common theme in my life where everything falls apart at the same time. And it kind of is, but for the most part, my life is pretty good and stable. But I guess I just tell you these things. But the point of this story is I was not able to get a home, and I was this close. I was really this close to getting a home. And the lesson that I learned, and I would like to say this, is people, there's a saying that wise men or smart people learn from their mistakes, and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So if you're ever in this position, you got to prioritize things. And I think this is why my vision didn't necessarily come through, because I wasn't prioritizing things. There's another saying, and some people may not appreciate this, but some will. I've lost a lot of money chasing women, but I've never lost women chasing money. And that's the thing you got to understand. It's like the woman, even though I liked her and she liked me, I should have been like, that's my priority, because that's me. I need that for myself. And if she wanted to come along for the ride, that would have been fine. But I should have done that. And furthermore, I shouldn't have gone to Europe, because that wasn't really a priority in my life. It was just something I thought it would be fun to do. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. I made some money, but I was pretty broke when I came home because of all the expenses of the trip. So people, you got to prioritize your goals and your dreams. That's the thing. I think sometimes the universe tests you and gives you all the dreams all at once. And you have to say, okay, which one is like the most important one that I need to focus on right now? And so anyway, learn from Uncle FastHeartMart, everybody. All right, I'm going to play another song, I guess. We'll go back to... So that was the story. I'm going to try to keep this short today, like 35, 45 minutes. Is anybody still listening? This is all so weird, man. I know I'm going to get better at this whole podcasting thing. Some days are better than others, really. It's a lot, man. It's like so many technical problems that can happen. Even right before this one, my computer crashed. I'm not complaining. I really am not complaining. I'm just letting you know. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, and this is what it's come down to, though. This is the world we live in now. You have to kind of go. You have to go online. Everything's online. You gotta go for it online. I got a unlimited reach. This is part of my vision board, is like to keep this podcast going, because I mean, we don't know what's going to happen into the future. If, God forbid there's another lockdown or something, I can continue to do this, and I'll be there for you every week, playing music and telling stories and jokes and stuff. And I'm going to play another song now, speaking of songs and stuff. Which song am I playing? This song's called Desert Dessert. I hope it turns out good. This is a guitar song. That banjo wasn't even on for that first song. Man. See what I'm saying? I'm going to keep this thing going. I'm going to keep this podcast going for at least until March. I've decided my birthday is March 7th. So I got to give it a chance. I'm going to go every week if I can till then, till March 7th. And I have goals. I have financial goals that I want to meet by then. And that's another thing I've learned in life, is that you have to have goals, and if you're not meeting them, you gotta like reassess your goals and make new ones or whatever. You can't just have the same goal and expect it to come true in 40 years. Many of you probably already know that, but for some reason I never really got that. I never really understood that. And you have to look at your vision board as much as possible, like every day if you can, because it just reminds you of where you're trying to go, trying to do and stuff. I don't know if anybody's listening still, but I hope so. This song's called Desert Dessert. It's about the desert and desert flowers and stuff. I should always look at this camera. I'm always looking at the screen to see if anybody's communicating. Woo. Alright. It's nice to be able to say all this stuff and talk and stuff, but at my gigs, I don't get to talk this much, and I'm really much better at the real quick banter, but I'll get better at this long stuff. Like I said, some days are better than others. Today's a little bit weird. So, this song's called Desert Dessert. I hope it sounds alright out there. Cactus flower is blooming on the side of the road. We drive through this deserted desert. Deserted desert. The sky is so blue, I can see far away into forever. I can see the infinity. The infinity. The heat doesn't bother me. Any excuse to move slowly through this world on my long journey. On my long journey. A cactus flower is blooming on the side of the road. We drive through this deserted desert. Deserted, deserted, deserted desert. All right, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, y'all. Thank you very much. Hope that sounded all right out there, wherever you are. Yeah, so I'm proud of myself. I went for it. At least I went for that house. And it seems like so long ago now, but it still really hurts. Whenever I think of it, it's like, you ever hear a woman talk about a miscarriage she might have had that really made her upset? Or I'm not comparing it to that necessarily, but I kind of am. I'm just saying, I'm sure that's in a whole world of its own. I'm just saying, I feel like that was my chance to have a home, to own a home. Why do we want to own a home? Because it's stability. It's like you won't have to keep paying more and more money every month, as property values go up and you have to pay more rent and stuff like that. For me, that was my chance. And I kind of lost that chance, and it's really sad. And every time somebody buys a house or one of my friends buys a house, I'm happy for them, of course. But maybe like the woman who has the miscarriage, you just kind of, you feel sad, also. You're like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I have a house? Why did I screw that up? Or not that women who have miscarriages screw it up. And maybe I didn't really screw it up. I just didn't, You live and learn, people. That's the thing. You live and learn, and you got to keep going. So that's what happens. Hey, Boris chiming in. Boris, in time for Desert Dessert. That's right, Boris. Thanks for chiming in, dude. And Dennis Driscoll is a cool guy. I met him the other day out in Nate's Garden Grill, and apparently he calls himself the chair king or something like that. He brings chairs to events. He works a lot with Chris Dale, who Seth knows. Seth is good friends with Chris Dale as well. Actually, Seth is one who introduced me to Chris Dale. So Seth meet Dennis, Dennis meets Seth. Both of you guys really like Chris Dale a lot. But Dennis brings chairs and stuff out to events and stuff, and he's a really cool guy. He sat and listened to me play almost the whole 2 hours I played at Nate's the other day for lunch. He and his friends, and just he was smiling, and you could just tell a good person when you see one. Like he liked my jokes and stuff, and my songs, I think. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. You got to keep dreaming. When these dreams fall apart, that's what I'm learning. I'm 46 now. It's been 10 years since I've done some massive dreaming because, as I said in the last podcast, I felt like these dreams were manifesting, and every time they did, I felt like I didn't deserve them, and I felt scared. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but when you manifest something in your life, you feel unworthy and you self-destruct. And it's really not fun, and it's really, really, really sad to do that. So don't do that. Try not to do that. And if you've done it, try to not do it in the future like I'm trying to do. Just going to keep moving. I have a really nice little apartment here, and actually that photo I showed with the little campfire and the trailer, there's a campfire pit right outside of my house. In a lot of ways, I did manifest exactly what I want and or need. This place is owned by my friend, who will own it indefinitely. His family may take it over or something, God forbid, if he ever passes away. But one time I had asked him before I bought this house out in Joshua Tree, I just said to him, hey, Sujantra, how long do you imagine I'll be able to rent this apartment from you? And he said, oh, I don't know, 30 or 40 years. And I said, okay, great. So I feel like it's a stable environment. I get a good rate on it. So I can't complain, even though I wish I would have gotten that house for $69,000 out there in the desert. But you live and learn, people. You live and learn. So that's it. So I'm gonna go on to the next page here, apparently. So I'm gonna do a song called "Reinvent," which is, when you reinvent yourself, you keep moving. You gotta live and learn. Keep reinventing yourself, and I realized that about myself. Like, sometimes I can't even play some of my old songs because I've reinvented myself out of them. And I never used to understand why, like, some old artists, I don't want to play their old material, but I'm starting to understand that now. It's like, I'm not even in that place anymore. I haven't played that song in years. Just listen to the recording, like, let's be in the moment. Let's what's happening now. I don't know. It's really confusing for musicians. Like comedians, you need new material all the time. Obviously, you have to keep the jokes fresh. But a lot of times with musicians, people want to hear the old catalog, and the musician, it's a struggle because the musician's like, well, I'm glad I can make a living off this old catalog, but I'm an artist. I got to keep moving forward. So I don't know. It's a hard balance to find, especially in this day and age when it's so hard to make a living playing music anyway. And again, I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining and stuff. So this song's called Reinvent. It's about reinventing yourself and doing something new. Is anybody still there? Hope. All right, cool. Thanks. What time's up? I reinvented myself when I moved to San Diego because the banjo. I started playing the banjo like full time, and I forgot about the guitar a lot. I'll be honest, I had to kind of focus on the banjo 100% because I knew if I didn't give 100% to the banjo, I wasn't going to be able to make a living. And now I'm coming back to the guitar because I'm playing on here more, which is more appropriate for guitar, I think. The banjo's great for on here, but it's really loud, and it's like, it's an outdoor instrument in the sunshine where the kids like to dance and stuff. This is more of an environment of like somber and mellow, chill, I think. But not always. Let's see. Anyway, here we go. This song's called Reinvent. Check it out. Trust so lack of muscle, laissez-faire. Bees that bumble, honeysuckle in the air. I don't care where your beach wear in the snow. In San Diego. Drumsticks, guitar chords cover the floor. This song symbolizes my first attempt to reinvent. My head has been out of phase and outer space. All the culture music, simple music is now old. It's the same song everywhere that I go. Run to the store to buy more. I know. I know. Hobble trussle like a muscle, laissez-faire on. Bees that bumble, honeysuckle in the air. I don't care, wear some beachwear in the snow. In the snow. All right, thank you very much. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate that. You know how much it would cost for a house in Joshua Tree now? It's at least $300,000 for the cheapest thing, I think. It's like, I would have tripled my money. I would have made a lot of money if I had a house out there and I sold it or whatever. I would have sold it though. I probably would have stayed forever. But anyway, that's that. And what's next here? So I'm gonna do a song now called "I Am a Bear." It's on the banjo, and this is a song I wrote a while back. It's off the Awkward Quan record and also the Depression Proof record. It's about self-empowerment and believing in yourself, which is what I've been talking about a lot today, I think. And when you imagine you're a bear, you can go anywhere because you're fearless. And that'll lead me into my bear jokes, I guess. I'm going to tell some bear jokes before I do this song. Why did the bear hunter go home before he caught a bear? Because the sign on the road said bear left. Yeah, that's bad. That's bear. That's a bad one. You're right. It's bad. I think this is a good one. I didn't write this next one. I think I did write the first one though, the bear left joke. But this one is a pretty good one. Word on play. Play on words. Play on words. Word on play. You know, people, it's really a lot when you do a podcast and you're doing all the engineering and you're trying to perform songs and think of the stories you're going to tell. It's a lot, man. And I'm not complaining. Like I said, I'm not complaining. But I feel like an octopus with like 8 different brains right now. So if I had 8 tentacles, I could probably control them all. And if God gave me 8 tentacles, that'd be awesome because then it could help. But I only have 8 brains, not 8 tentacles. Well, at least Boris laughed at the first joke. This next bear joke is this. There's a bear outside, said the camper intently. Intently. Get it? All right. I had one more bear joke, I think. This one's for the kids, I think. Oh, the first one was for the kids. Oh, and this one's for everybody. This is a good one for everybody. This is kind of a classic joke. I think it's not even it doesn't have to be just bears, but where does a bear sit when he goes to the movie theater? Anywhere he wants. Which is what this song's about. It's about self-empowerment and believing in yourself. And when you walk into a room, commanding respect. I'm not talking about being cheesy about it. I'm talking about like legit respect. People like you. Maybe bears are just people just afraid of bears, I guess, but you know what I mean. All right, this song's called I Am a Bear, and I gotta cue it up here. People all over the world have liked this song. I even know I haven't played it in the last few years, but I know like kids that used to be at farmers markets that I played at in like 2010 who are grown up now. They grew up on this song, I Am a Bear. So this is one for all you kids who grew up on it. I am a bear, I can go anywhere. I'll steal the honey from a swarm of bees, and you better respect me. Yeah, you better respect me. I am a bear, I am beautiful. People stop and stare at my marvel, 'cause I am so powerful. Yeah, I am so powerful. I am a bear, I can sleep anywhere without a care, 'cause I'm covered in hair, and I have nothing to fear. Yeah, I have nothing to fear. I am a bear, I am hungry. I'll drink anything to quench my thirst, 'cause I eat anything that don't eat me first. Yeah, I eat anything that don't eat me first. I am a bear, yeah, I am a bear. I am a bear, 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 I am a bear. All right, thank you very much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And I just remembered why I had to stop performing that song, because I have a friend who's gay, which is fine. I love gay people. I love all people. I don't have anything against anybody. But he happens to be he's gay, and he had said, "You know what a bear is, right?" And I was like, "What?" Because him and I were on tour, and he had told me, he was like, we were singing this song together actually, a lot, and he's like, "You know what a bear is, right?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, it's a big hairy gay man. That's what they call these gay men, or bears. Anyway, maybe that's not kid friendly. I don't know. Hopefully it is, but that's why I stopped singing the song. That's why I stopped singing "I Am a Bear," because I'm not really. I guess I'm not a bear, but I'm a bear in some ways. So all right, moving on. We're already 45 minutes in. Look at that, man. I'm sorry. I did not mean to go this long. Already told the jokes. You know, I always get these people that ask me all the time. They're like, "You writing any new songs?" And I'm like, have you ever listened to like already the hundreds of songs that I've already written and put out? I mean, it's like sometimes I feel like people are sincerely asking me, and then a lot of times people just feel like they're like, does this guy even work on any new songs? I'm like, do you know I have like 20 albums, right? I mean, it's like, why even bother writing another song? I mean, even the Rolling Stones said it. They're like, we don't the Rolling Stones was like, what's the point in having a new hit? Nobody wants to hear it, you know? They just want the old ones. Anyway, okay. This next song, well, I guess I'm going to play God Dog next, and then I'll play the banjo again last here. All right. This song is a song that I wrote when I was 17. It's called God Dog. And, man, here it goes. This is one of my oldest songs. I actually think I found a video of me playing this at my mom's house back when I was 17 or 18, or I was really young. I'm gonna turn up the bass on this. Hang on. I'm gonna turn up the bass. I think the bass is too quiet today. The bass has gotta come up, so. Here goes. The guitar's not plugged in. Good morning, 300. Take your time, sit on the floor and pet your dog. And watch a cartoon and listen to your mom plan out her day. Forgot to assign your task, that the project is probably not what you think. The project into the future, so let go of yesterday. Let's go get fat at a big buffet. Look out. So what do you wanna do today? Can be anything, just remember to live it out. I'm here on the sidewalk, walking my dog, I'm listening to God. Walking my dog, I'm listening to God. Walking with God and listening to my dog. Look out. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. We're winding down, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me thank some people here from some supporters. I know last time I had some people donate. It was definitely Jared Curry, my friend up in South Dakota. He donated to the last episode. Thank you, Jared and family, for that. And then who else donated last time? Jeff Stortz, one of my old banjo students. He donated last time too. So thanks a lot, Jeff. Appreciate that. Round of applause for them. And then let's see. I'm gonna see if I got anybody else to thank here. Hey, thanks Dennis for the generous donation here today too, and thank you everybody at home who's getting ready to donate, either now or on the rerun of this amazing podcast. Thank you so much for all the donations. That's really cool. I will be selling shirts from here soon. I'm all out of shirts, and I'm out of all my merchandise. It's a one-man show, y'all. It's a one-man show, so you can only do what you can do in one day, one life. So the moral of this story is that don't give up, people. Just keep dreaming. You fall down, even if you're 46 years old, even if you're 86, 106, if you're still breathing, man, there's a chance. That's the way I feel about it. And keep dreaming, dude. Keep on. They want you to believe that, if you're 46, you're too old and just forget about it. But if I might own a home one day, and I've got my vision board, and I definitely want to get a nice van again sometime soon, and I'd show you the vision board, but I don't want to put my personal life on blast and stuff. I don't think it's a good idea to show everybody my vision board, but it's a pretty nice one. It's pretty basic, but it's got some lofty aspirations on there, and I encourage you all to do the same. Get yourself a vision board made. Dream big, people. Don't be afraid. You don't have to care. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. You just got to know what you want to happen, and then the universe will take care of the rest. That's what I think. Or God, whatever you think it is. You just got to tell it what you want and focus on that and believe. And you don't know how it's going to happen. I would have never thought I would have had a chance to even try to buy a home in Joshua Tree. But I did, and I messed it up or whatever, but it happened, and it could happen again. Here's the thing. I know a lot of us are concerned about the world and how things are going, and I am too. For sure, I feel like we're on the Titanic heading for an iceberg a lot of times, but here's the thing, we don't know, man. Like, things could turn around in one day. Like one cool event could happen, and everybody's like living in a new reality, That's the way life is, and that's what keeps me going. Is you never know what's around the bend. So I'm gonna sing one last song for you. This song is called Everything's Gonna Be Alright. I thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'm gonna get this down. I'm gonna master this whole situation. By March, I should have things just so ironed out. You're gonna be like, wow, look at Fast Heart go now. He was fumbling a lot there at the beginning of this podcast, but now he's got it down, and he's having guests on, and he's making tons of money, and he drives around in his big, nice van, touring again. He's living the life. He lost his way for a minute there during the pandemic. No, I didn't. I just got frustrated. All right, this song's called Everything's Gonna Be Alright. You guys are welcome to talk about yourselves on the chat too. That's why I kind of do this, is I want to get, I like it when the crowd kind of heckles me a little bit or whatever. So, Boris says play that new one that you said is the best melody you wrote. I don't remember the name. Oh, it's a Special Star. You played it at Hennessy. Yeah, I played it at Hennessy's that day. I'm not gonna have time, Boris. All right, Boris. I'm gonna do this song for Boris instead. This song's called Special Star. It's a good one too. It's a really good song. It's just I haven't finished the lyrics yet. The lyrics still feel like they need something. Man, I'm so picky anymore about songs. It's like after you've written so many songs, you're like, I'm not gonna put out another song that's like just a jalopy of a song. This song has to be perfect. And like I've mentioned on previous episodes, it took Leonard Cohen took him seven years to write Hallelujah. 7 years, y'all. So I get inspiration from that. This one goes to Boris. And thank you everybody for tuning in today. I'll see you next week. I'll be here next week, God willing. All right. Look, listen to that. That's what's coming up, y'all. See, I'm gonna start doing all kinds of crazy effects. You hear that one? That's a cool one. And but that's gonna happen soon. I'm lost now. I've gotten lost in the sauce. Here we go. Got the wrong harmonica. Hang on a second. Hang on. Got the wrong harmonica. See, that's what happens when you go off the script. You go off script and you don't have the right harmonica, and people start thinking you're not a professional when you actually are. Wish that I could turn back time and fix this all with you. But I know, sweetheart, I am not God. There's nothing else I can do. So I wish you well, my special star, wherever you are. Though you're not around anymore, it's still you I adore. Ah, it's still you I adore. I know now that you are gone, I did the best I could do. But I must let go of you somehow, so some other dreams can come true. So I wish you well, my special star, wherever you are. Though you're not around anymore, it's still you I adore. It's still you I adore. You were always good to me. I'm sorry I was so crazy. If you ever wonder if I still think of you, I could answer easily. Probably way too much. Probably way too much. I wish that I could turn back time and fix this all with you. But I know, sweetheart, I am not God. There's nothing else I can do. So I wish you well, my special star, wherever you are. 'Cause though you're not around anymore, It's still you I adore. It's still you I adore. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks for all the donations. Thank you for liking the video and sharing and subscribing and commenting. And I will see you next week, God willing. God willing.